A personal map to success. How the elements can reveal a person's global purpose. There are certain elements that exclude specific effects. For instance, if you are immersed in the earth element, you may have health, but you will not have money. Ever. Alternatively, if you are immersed in the water element, you may have relationships, but you will not have health. Ever. If you recognize such a quality, you must analyze it, and above all, you must reflect on similar situations in your life. Think back to a time when you were healthy. It was during your hungry student years. You literally had nothing to eat, and yet you were fit as a fiddle, had lots of social interactions and felt happy. All these effects were present, except for money. The earth element didn't provide you with money, but it supported everything else exceptionally well, and that was indeed reflected in your experience. You should not try to break this pattern. It will be worse if you attempt to embed other algorithms that suggest something different. You simply need to use these effects and understand that some of them are mutually exclusive. For example, in your case, health and money are mutually exclusive effects. This does not mean that you will never have money if you prioritize health, or that you will never have health if you prioritize money. It simply means that you must manage your immersion in the different elemental realms skillfully, and avoid staying in one or the other for longer than necessary to achieve a particular effect. So once you have taken the money, leave that realm immediately. It is better to be poor and healthy than rich and sick, right? Therefore, in your case, with such a combination, you must understand that you will never have a constant, stable income, only a sporadic one. So if you acquire a large sum of money, you must exit immediately to restore your health after such an immersion. This is true in cases where health and money are mutually exclusive. You must recognize this. What else? What other mutually exclusive combinations are there? For example, family and fortune. This is just an example I am speaking off the top of my head. Family and fortune. That means if you have a family, your fortune ends. And if you have fortune, then most likely something will go wrong with your relationships and your family. So if you lead an interesting life with great travels and other activities, your family will fall apart. Or for instance, family and health. And you know very well that the element of fire gives you a family, but not health. So as soon as you have a family and relationships, your health declines. Always. Such cases do happen. And good health always disrupts relationships with other people. That is, personal relationships break down, family relationships fall apart, and so on. This is a condition of the existence of the elements, and believe me, you should not try to change these conditions. You must use them. Because they are given to you for a reason. It is an embedded quality. For example, the system shows that you can only study well if you have neither money nor family. The element responsible for learning is simply incompatible with family and money. And this will be the condition for your effective learning, because as soon as you gain both, you can forget about studying. Do you see the interconnection? You must analyze your entire life and see real confirmations of this. And if you create your map correctly, you will see this whole pattern reflected in your past. Can two elements compete for primacy? Yes, they can. However, one will always prevail. Moreover, it is highly likely that you will get an effect precisely when they are competing, rather than when one has already won. This is something you also need to explore. We will delve into this in each subsequent lesson, but always keep this map in front of you. When you immerse yourself in any realm, the earth realm, the fire realm, the water realm, or the air realm, You must always be prepared to receive or not receive certain effects. And please hear me, this is not something that should be changed. You can change it, but only by breaking your own nature. It is better to learn to maneuver through these realms, to grab results when you really need them, when you truly need these results. To do this, you need to understand that there must be preferences among all these effects. For example, you do not always need fortune. Why do you need fortune when you are sitting at home? Can you exclude the element responsible for fortune? Yes, you can, and in doing so, you will receive another effect that is more necessary for you at that moment. You choose the effects based on their priority. For example, if you are in a difficult financial situation, you can disregard everything else for a while. If it is crucial, and you understand that your financial obligations and debts are reaching a point where they cannot be ignored, then you must immerse yourself in the realm that provides you with money, take it, settle the obligations, and leave that realm. This requires awareness, and remember, it's impossible to grasp the immense. You can't get everything at once for the same price. You will always have to sacrifice something. And we discussed that in the 5th main course. We spent a lot of time on that. For you, one effect will be primary, and another will be secondary. So you will have to sacrifice something. However, the elements that manifest as primary in your consciousness will come first. They will convey that the stable attainment of these specific effects in life is an important rule and life principle for your karmic task. This means that you need to achieve stable results in the areas closely associated with these elements. That is the way it is. And believe me, you cannot program the elements. This suggests that this is your karmic condition, and it does not matter if others may say that earth provides good effects and air bad effects, or vice versa, that air gives good effects and earth bad. Do not listen to anyone. Each element has its own effect on every person, every caste, and every branch and type of magic. Each element is necessary for something. Whether it is good or bad can only be determined by comparison with something else. Do not compare yourself with anyone else, and then you will not analyze yourself from the wrong perspective. Analyze the mutually exclusive effects that the elements have revealed to you, and understand in your consciousness why this is so. What karmic task is this leading you to? Then ask yourself, why is this the case for me? What is it guiding me towards? What higher purpose, what karmic task is it directing me to? After all, my internal, global, natural programming is not random. It means that with this elemental combination and these elemental effects, I must achieve something specific. For example, you need to understand something that a well-fed person cannot grasp. Something that a socially engaged person cannot comprehend, something that can only be realized in solitude. That is, you have to identify the mutually exclusive effects you experience. Of course, your dominant element will reveal this. If it is strongly manifested through numerous effects, it indicates that these results are expected of you. Otherwise, the element would not have bestowed its presence upon you in such a profound way. This suggests that these effects are indeed expected of you, and that you need to focus on these tasks. You need to think, to analyze. A table like this requires careful analysis. And if this interests you, if you are truly developing yourself in a magical rather than a purely practical sense, then you will be fascinated by this analysis, and such research will become as intriguing to you as many other things in life that have captivated you before. Magical research will become the primary task of your life. And that means finding common ground in the future. For now, just analyze the present moment. Today, your consciousness is attuned to obtaining certain results. Why are you not achieving them? Is there something within you resisting? If you overcome that resistance, you will receive the effects immediately. Then you will learn to navigate this world, understanding that you can get an effect which is essentially counter-indicated for you, but which is desperately needed at this time, urgently needed. And you will take it very quickly and very discreetly, and preferably through the hands of others, so as not to be noticed. But we will learn that later.